So I went in a little skeptical, but then as we started talking through it and looking at it, we saw that it would be able to automate a lot of the initial triaging for the alerts without needing write access from the beginning. And so some of those core requirements was that, like, what permissions does it need? What will it truly have access to? And with that limited access, what can it really do? Right. And then another huge requirement was I wanted to make sure and validate how thorough it was, like when it was doing its queries and its validations and all the different checks and steps when it was triaging an alert. We went pretty deep all the way to the bottom just to validate, like, what all it was seeing, what all it was annotating, just to make sure that it was valid and it was accurate, because accuracy was a huge part of that. And another piece of that is I'd mentioned that we were asked to drop to one SOC analyst. Now, to add even further to that challenge is that the new SOC analyst was a new SOC analyst. She had only been on our team for 2 to 3 months. And so we need a solution that would help streamline her training process, get her up to speed to where she would be proficient and would be ready with the help and assistance of Profit to maintain our security alerts. And so that was a big deal of how intuitive is it? How easy is it to use? How is it easy for her to become proficient using the platform, right? And so those were all key requirements, but also it was really important for us that we could integrate with all our key core like security solutions, because we did have a previous SOAR technology and we had like an analytics platform like a SIM, but it wasn't an ideal state. And so that was a key requirement as well. Is like everyone claims to have that single pane of glass and you only have to look here. And so we want to make sure that that was accurate as well. So we thoroughly tested all of those different aspects, and Profit did really well with that. And I don't mean to foreshadow because I know you're going to probably ask the question, but with that, I mean, a key part of that too was there's no such thing as a perfect solution, right? There's certain aspects that were like, hey, it'd be really cool if we could have this, or it'd be really cool if, or be helpful if we could do this, or, basically the feedback loop between my team and the Profit team has been amazing, right? Like they're super responsive whenever we have feature request, or we have areas where we're like, it would be really helpful if y'all could add this, or just little tweaks and almost cosmetic type things where making things easier, more accurate, additional tweaks to processes and things like that. Your team has listened, been extremely responsive, and in most cases, if not all cases, they have made those changes to make it work better, make us more successful as a team utilizing it.